So this guy was just out foraging. Let's see what we got here. Whoa! Found my pants. Pin him right there real quick. I'll check to see what we got. It is a female. Little female. Alright. Okay, so we got ourselves probably, what do you think, 6.5? Ant-Man coming to you here. My buddy Kevin and I are going to head out for a little bit of the typical summer python activities. So let's see what we can find tonight. There's some good stuff out there as usual. Let's jump right into it.
Look at the locomotion though.
Here, let me have your
Always amazes me.
your GoPro.
You can see how they inchworm their way. They don't actually slither back and forth like most snakes. Look at that locomotion. Very, very interesting. Very cool. Well, it's time to make sure we actually catch this snake. Head's right over here. Wow, wasn't that dramatic?
Extremely.
Alright, let's see. It was skinny. My guess was male. And I was correct. Skinny male. So this one actually is probably right at that border. He probably did breed last year, which is probably why he's so skinny. But he came back to this area hoping to find food and hoping to thicken back up for next year to be catching more females, more breeding opportunities. But fortunately we got him out. That's what.
So what you see Kevin and I doing here is we're actually doing stuff that we have to do for our jobs. We're key entering some information on the phones, taking some photos to document the snake that we have found, GPS coordinates, times, location, and such. These things are required for our job, so you'll see us do that from time to time, but that's what's going on here. 71.97. Yeah, take your time. There's no rush.
Over here we have cocoa plum, and this is a good place for them to forage for rats underneath as the rats come to eat the berries off these trees. Now this snake was up in here, and now it's come out into the open, and you can see it's laying out here, and it's detected us at this point. You can see it pulling back, but now it's time to actually catch it.
This thing makes spraying and
Yeah.
like a fire hose. Calm down there, buddy. I know, I see you're angry. I'd be angry too. Very
Nice and
cold to
vocal.
the touch. Look at that, look at that mouth open. Oh, I thought you were going to tame down for me. I'm surprised how chilly this snake is. It feels much colder than the air temp.
Not quite as difficult as a spot as that last one, eh?
Just a wee bit different.
Alright, so this is snake number 2 for the night. It's smaller than the first one. Ooh, got you in the pant leg. Smaller than the first one, but again, it's still, you know, neither of these two snakes were probably sexually mature. But these are the snakes we typically see in the summer. They're smaller snakes coming out to forage, just looking for food, trying to get big and beefed up for the coming winter, when hopefully they'll be sexually mature at that point and ready to enter the breeding cycle. But we're gonna go ahead and get that one unclipped from Ant's pants.
There, come in, little buddy.
There we go, nice gentle pin with the foot, a nice head grab
Let's
on
see
it.
if it even got through the pants. Barely.
Yeah, I got a
red
couple
little pinholes.
little pin pricks, but
Nothing. Little tiny nothing bites from a cute little guy that got. Oh, look at that. Ooh, look at.
oh, look at that.
Wait, hold on.
cottage cheese.
Aftershave. Wait.
Oh yeah. Oh, That's our Native American war paint right there.
Smells like victory. All right, this is a little guy, probably.
That's our invasive American war paint.
There you go, 5.5?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little tyke. All right, well, enough fun with this guy. It's time to bag and tag and move on to number. Snaky. All right. Little bite remnants. Now here's the funny part. It's hunting in the wild before the next to the. Well, as you see, this snake is laying next to a piece of human debris. This particular location is full of trash. There's shards of metal, glass, tires, garbage, coolers. Just about everything that could fall off of a vehicle is laying on the side of the road here. So our biggest danger catching a python in this location is not getting bit by the snake. It's getting cut up in some kind of infection that you would get from all the roadside debris. It's just an unbelievable amount of trash. I mean, you can see it all around me. Never ceases to amaze me how much garbage is left by people out in these pristine areas of the Everglades. But nonetheless, that's we're finding these snakes, so we got to do it. Lately, you got a bead on me. I see you. Around. Get the snake a little easier. So this guy was just out foraging. Let's see what we got. Whoa! I found my pants. Pin him right there real quick. While I check to see what we got. It is a female. Little female. Alright. Okay, so we got ourselves probably, what do you think, 6.5?
Oh, that's over 7.
Think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, little guy. So beautiful snake. She's nice and iridescent. You can see that sheen on her, and she's also wet because she was just crawling around down in the swamp. But nonetheless, this is our first snake of the night. Hopefully not our last. Yeah, look at her. She's trying to arc back on my hand, but I'm not going to let that happen. But no, that's a curling up the tail like that's something we often see. The python sabae, the rock pythons, do the same thing, but they'll actually coil their tail and hold it up to make it look like it's a head, so to speak, for a predator. But you don't ever see Burmese do that. Every once in a while they will coil up. But nonetheless, we're going to get rolling here. Yeah, I guess that one is probably close to 7 feet, something like that. We'll go ahead and get rolling, bag and tag, and move on to the next one. Just do a twist on it. All right, cool. Double bag for security.
About 9 pounds probably.
Yeah. Good start.
Good weight for her length, but yeah, small snake.
We'll follow it up with 2 more. GoPro.
In the water.
Oh yeah.
Pretty big one.
Oh, that's a beautiful.
Look at that. You can paint the more perfect picture right here. We got a big, almost a 12-footer.
Yeah, that's a good sized snake.
It's a real skinny snake. But
beautiful.
this is gonna get tricky here.
Only for you, because it's your turn to catch, and I don't have to worry about getting wet.
Yeah.
Unless you want me to get wet, I'll catch it.
I was gonna see if it'll crawl up onto the dry
I'll
ground.
catch it in the water. I don't care. I'll just change my shoes. It's up to you.
Can't really go anywhere. So now, what's interesting here is when I break the surface of the water, that ripple is going to travel up the snake's body, and it's going to detect me. Now, what it does from there is where it gets interesting. So
you could
go ahead.
Probably, if you want, you can probably go around to over there where your headlamp is on the dry.
Yeah, but then if I miss, it's going to be a lot harder.
Well, if the snake goes forward, I can always jump in on the backside if I have to.
You know what might be interesting?
What's that?
Tap the surface of the water, see if it comes over.
You want me to go over there and spook it this way?
No. I don't want to spook it. I'm just like, if it comes over to the predatory thing. You know what I mean?
Oh, I ain't gonna do that. It's just gonna detect you and go is what it's gonna do. Its muscles are contracting on the rear half, so it's getting.
Kind of work. I'm just gonna grab the tail.
Yeah, might as well.
Going in. Watch out.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a pretty big snake actually.
That's a good size one.
Male reproductive aphasia. Right there. Long snake.
Yeah, it's good size. You can get a bead on me and you can make a head grab. Let me get to the focus on me. Yeah, that's easy. Always the easiest and quickest way to do it. Beautiful. Skinny one, but good length.
Be close to 12. Wow, look at those teeth. The bending, the twisting.
Yeah, they're trying to
get those teeth in me any way that it can. That's always the best display of these animals. Wow, look at the strength, the power in these snakes. It really makes you think about their prey out here, what they eat when they're so nimble, so flexible, and so powerful. But this is a big snake. This is probably about a 12-footer. It's real skinny and it's a male. So what happened is this snake has been out breeding all winter, and in that he's been covering a lot of ground, being really active. So he's lost a lot of body weight, and he's come back to this area now in the summer looking for food. And you can tell that he hasn't had a meal in a while based on how skinny he is, but he's still extremely powerful. And it's so easy to underestimate a snake like this. Make no doubt about it, these are powerful animals, and knowing their mechanics, what they usually do, is a nice easy way to, you know, predict their motions and stay relatively safe. But never underestimate a snake of this size. They're powerful animals. A good snake, man. It's such a cool scenario seeing in the water. Now remember, the telemetry shows that these snakes are actually 90% aquatic. Most of their life is spent doing what this snake was doing, sliding through shallow water. They only come up on dry land very occasionally. But needless to say, what a cool way to find this snake. So let's get out of here. We got more work to do. Pretty good one too.
A little bit bigger than the first one.
The old Florida jump rope right here. Such a beautiful when it's just laying out like that.
Yeah,
man.
always.
That was glorious.
Well, Kevin and I were blessed with some fantastic action. You know, a lot of pythons and, you know, some interesting observations along the way. But as I always say, if you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe. And I hope to see you all out there in the field. Stay safe. Take care.